You can't break me, I got iron bones. My ground game will leave your mind blown. I'm ready to fight in any time zone. I'm the greatest, you can call me John Jones. Knocking clowns out like I'm Steve Pay. We can even fight on the freeway. I'ma leave him bloody right where he lay. This is the Fighters Replay.
To the Fighters Replay. I'm one of your hosts, Robert.
I'm Caitlin. I was the one that was missing on the last one. I had to attend a family thing, but I am back now. So welcome and hello.
I'm Declan. I'm back. What's up, guys?
All right, and we're gonna get started with predictions for UFC Fight Night: Holloway versus Allen. Caitlin, you want to start it off?
Yeah, so first we have Clay Guida.
God,
Weedster.
the GOAT.
Stumbling over my words. Versus Rafa Garcia. I think this one could be a 50-50 fight, in all honesty. I want to rep my boy Clay. We saw him at UFC Fight Night in Orlando. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Trailblazer Holland. Shout out that. That was a great experience. So I feel like I want to rock and roll with him, but you know, it could go either way. Declan?
Honestly, Clay Guida is about to blow this man out of the water. Garcia has no idea what he's coming up against. He has no idea what he's coming up against. He's coming up against a fucking dinosaur. Like,
yeah, true. He has so much experience.
Clay Guida the dinosaur, man. If they fucking dropped a nuke on the US, the only thing that would survive is Clay Guida and some cockroaches.
On God.
So, I mean, that's pretty much all that needs to be said about that one, because we all know Clay Guida is getting it done, right? Right, Rob?
Absolutely. Rafa Garcia, dude's nice, but he does not understand he is going up against the greatest of all time, Clay Guida.
Honestly, the greatest fighter ever seen.
Ever in history. John Jones ain't got nothing on this man.
GSP who?
GSP who?
38-19 is crazy. Moving on, we have a bantamweight fight: Pedro Munhoz versus Chris Gutierrez. I think this is going to be a pretty dominant fight for Chris. You know, there are some sensitive feelings in this group, you know, due to the retirement of Frankie.
I love Frankie Edgar. He's a legend.
However, it was a hell of a show. Chris has always come out and put on some really good performances, so I'm excited to see from him.
Yeah, you know, I'm excited for this fight. Pedro Munhoz, yes, you see his record. You know, he's got 7 losses on the record. He did just come off a no contest, Sean O'Malley. So
yeah.
really, you know, he's lost against good fighters as well. Lost good against good fighters. He's decent, you know. Fight with Jose Aldo. I mean, Jose Aldo was a lot into his career, but I mean, that was still a great fight.
Yeah, to share the octagon with someone at that point in time, like, you have to be at a certain level to have that amount of respect. Like, so you still have to give him his credit.
Sure, yeah. And Chris Gutierrez, I mean, he's looked great in his last fight against, Frankie Edgar. But besides that, man, he looked good. So I'm pretty excited for this one. El Guapo coming up against Pedro Munhoz. I'm pretty excited for that one. And that is his nickname, by the way.
Man,
I'm not just racing.
Gutierrez fucking sucks. Pedro Munhoz gonna beat that ass. That's all I gotta say.
All right, guys, we got Tanner Boser versus Ion Cutelaba next. We got the face-off master versus the Canadian. Rob, what do you think about this one, bro?
You know, I really think that Tanner Boser is gonna win this one. You know, I've seen that Cutelaba coming off of 3 losses in a row. So I don't know. I just don't think momentum's really going his way right now, you know? I think that you know, because Boser's coming off a loss too. But I still think that, you know, he's in a place of, you know, where he could still have his confidence, because it was only a decision loss. Every fighter, you know, if they lose by a decision or split decision, usually every fighter thinks that they won. So I guarantee he still has his confidence. I don't know. I think that Eeyore, I don't think he's really got it anymore. I think he's gonna be out the UFC soon, truthfully.
It's pretty tough to argue he wouldn't be out of the UFC after 3 losses in a row. I mean, he had some tough competition, but still, you know, 3 losses is a bit crazy. He's
Yeah.
gonna need this for his confidence if he doesn't win this next one, man.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do because they're not
Better
like
do- He
average
better do
losses
a
either.
crazy face off, man.
No, yeah, no, he holds a lot of confidence, which is good. But when you're coming off of TKO and 2 submission loss, like you're 3-0, buddy. You got a bit of confidence to build back up in the as far as like being in the ring again. So I got Bozer on this one, but I guess we're gonna see.
Let's count him out. Yeah, if he loses his next one, I'll take a fight against him. His confidence will probably be in the dirt.
Yeah, seriously.
Absolutely, money's on you, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you. Dustin Jacoby versus Azamat Zakhanov. We thinking, Rob?
Mazarkanov is probably gonna win this. Let's be real.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Three fight win
Yeah.
streak. Dude's been on a roll. Like let's be real. Who's heard of Dustin Jacoby, man? Who's heard of this?
I have.
Like we know who he is, obviously, but you're coming off a loss to Khalil Roundtree, which is not bad because I love Khalil Roundtree, but I just think that this other guy. I think what's gonna really deter this fight is Asmat's. I think it's gonna be what's the word? It's gonna be his momentum, man. I think he's got it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, one thing I will say about this fight, Dustin Jacoby has a really good jab. He's got a good jab. 6'3". He's got the reach advantage over him, about a 5-inch reach advantage over him.
Yeah.
And Asmat's only 5'10".
And the only loss is a split decision against Roundtree. Even though it is still a loss, he did have a list of wins coming up above them. So he does also have a little bit of momentum, a slight confidence jab. But I think Mazurkanov is going to take this one for the night. But I think it could also go 50-50. But well, I guess we're going to see.
Because Azamat hasn't fought anyone crazy yet. We haven't seen him really be tested. So I mean, this will be a good test for him. Let's see where he's at.
Good point. Reminds me of a few people.
I want to go into this, Rob.
All right, moving on.
Robbie, would you like to take us away to the co-main event?
That's for another episode.
Edson Barboza. Oh yeah, definitely another episode. I might hear some screaming, but it'll be all right. We got Edson Barboza versus Billy. I think this one's gonna be a war. Thank you, Declan. Thank you. But I really like Edson Barboza. I think his striking is beautiful. It's just, however, I think his only problem is that he gets hit a lot. I just don't think his defense is exactly up to par. But when it comes to offense, he can be on offense all day. But defense is really important. Defense wins championships. I think that Billy is coming off of a really impressive performance, and I think Billy's gonna probably catch him in like the second round. I'm pretty confident in Billy to win this fight. What are you thinking on this, Caitlin?
Love Edson, but I gotta agree with you. I think Billy is gonna have this one. I think Edson puts himself in too many vulnerable positions, even though he can do a lot of damage. But I think Billy he's a young up and comer, and I think he's gonna be able to get up and around him, and I think he's gonna catch him in the second round as well. Declan?
I got Barboza in this one. I think second round by some type of spinning attack. Edson Barboza is gonna throw some crazy spin shit, knock him out cold, bro. Can't even lie.
I don't think that Edson Barboza is gonna win because the dude's coming off of 2 losses in a row. Bro lost to Bryce Mitchell. That's all I'm saying.
If you think about it, his kicks are crazy.
Okay.
He's got really cool kicks.
Danny Ige.
He's got really cool kicks.
Bro lost to
Danny Ige really cool.
and Bryce Mitchell. And get this, Giga Chikakazi, bro. He got knocked.
I mean, they're not. Those are good fighters, though. Those are good fighters,
Except Bryce.
Except for Bryce, we don't fuck with Bryce.
We hate all the homies hate Bryce over here.
Even though he's from Florida. and we're all from Florida too.
From
Hey,
Florida. Oh,
hey, it don't matter if you from Florida. You can be hated too. Like if you really just dude, you could be like, look at Jorge Masvidal. All the homies hate Jorge Masvidal. That dude had a whole half hour to do whatever he wanted to Kobe. It couldn't do nothing, so he had to jump the dude. That's some pussy shit, bruh.
Yeah, that's
It's okay to say it. He a bitch.
yeah, that's completely fair.
By the way, this podcast is intended for mature audiences.
I mean, if you want to let your kids in, man, we're like,
Oh,
cool. You know what I mean, they can learn. They can learn the fight. They learn some language, some new language, and stuff like that. It's great for everyone.
exactly. Declan, you want to take this for the main event?
Main event, bro. Max Blessed Holloway versus Arnold Allen. What are we saying, guys? Caitlin, you want to start with you?
Max all day, baby. We love and we stand Max. I will give all respect to Arnold Allen, though. I have loved watching him come up. He's coming off of a lot of impressive wins. So got all my respect to him, and I'm not completely counting him out. But, I got to respect Holloway. Big fan of him. So what about y'all?
I'm counting him out. I don't care. I think that he has looked impressive and not win against Dan Hooker, but let's be real, Dan Hooker is washed. He's not good no more, bruv. And he couldn't finish Sadiq Yusuf. Sadiq Yusuf is not even really that known as a striker. I don't think he's got it this fight. I think Max is on a whole nother level, and I think he's gonna get like a late fourth or third round TKO, KO. Doesn't matter. I think I'm completely counting this guy out. I just don't think he's really beaten impressive competition.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be the different one here. First off, I want to say I fucking love Max Holloway. This man is a legend, and I love everything he does. But he's getting a bit older, and I gotta say, man, I got Arnold Allen for this one.
No way, bro.
Arnold Allen.
No way,
Dang.
bro.
I
No
didn't even
way,
see that
bro.
one coming. I didn't see that one coming.
God.
Oh yeah, I know it's a bit of a throwing it off a little bit, but
Are you sure about that one? I'm gonna give
I'm
you a second
so
to
sure.
redeem
I'm
yourself.
actually so sure.
You're
actually so
so
sure. Like you can quote me on this one, but I think Arnold Allen second round.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You crazy, bro. You crazy.
Arnold Allen second round.
Who has he beaten, bro?
Either way.
He's beat Calvin Kattar. He took him down.
No, he got injured.
Oh come on.
The fight
Come on,
didn't
bro.
even
That was-
really started. It was like the
was a
start
good
of the
good
second
stoppage.
round, bro.
Good doctor stoppage.
Doctor stoppage still. He beat the fuck out of Dan
Regardless, bro, that
Hooker.
was a good stoppage. Do you see that man was fucked up?
Dude, tell me you just ain't saying this for the podcast, bro.
Oh,
It
bro,
has
no, for real.
It has the potential to be a dog fight, but
You guys will
Max
see, man.
Holloway has already proved that he can be that dog when he's faced Volk. That is, probably gonna go down in history as some of the greatest, back and forth fights in UFC history.
Yeah.
So, especially the trilogy. So, I think Allen has the potential to possibly go hand in hand with him, but we haven't really seen Allen get put to the test like that. So I think this is going to be a great test for Allen.
Down.
But yeah, he's a young kid and he's coming up. So I won't count him out on that. You're not too crazy, but I didn't see that one coming, Zach.
Oh my god. The speed of his striking and the power that he has. I think so Max Holloway, yes, he's been in dogfights and stuff like that. I don't think a lot of these guys are as powerful as Arnold Allen. I think so Max Holloway, yes, he's been in dogfights and stuff like that. I don't think a lot of these guys are as powerful as Arnold Allen. Obviously, Volk okay, Volk is the exception to that. But Kattar, Rodriguez, I'm not so sure, obviously. Dustin Poirier sucks, obviously. Yeah, no, I got Arnold Allen in this one for sure. On this,
Who has he finished, bro?
he finished Calvin Kattar.
That was an injury.
Bro, that's a finish. That's a TKO.
That was not a TKO.
That is a TKO,
Take
bro.
Calvin Kattar out the equation. Who has he finished?
He just finished
Dan Hooker.
Oh yeah. Dan
Hooker's a good
dude
fight,
who's like gotten knocked out by everybody. Because that's so amazing.
I ain't got knocked out by everyone. Dan Hooker has a win.
He was fighting a guy who couldn't strike for nothing, who all he would do was just throw his ass on the ground like a fucking cat.
Okay, but
bro.
okay, who did Dan Hooker lose prior to the Arnold Allen
Who
fight?
did Dan Hooker lose to priorly?
Prior to the Arnold Allen fight.
What does that matter?
Champ. He lost to the champ, Islam.
Okay, what does that matter? What does that have to do with anything, bro?
You said he sucks. I'm saying his loss was to Islam. That's not a bad loss, bro. And then
Bro,
he beat.
what the fuck that got to do with this?
Has everything to do with it because you said Dan Hooker ain't shit, and I said
right,
loss, his
bro.
previous loss.
All right, this podcast episode is brought to you by peace and love and happiness. We will see you in the next episode.
Episode. In the comments, what y'all think. Let us know your predictions.
Yeah, sorry. This time it's for real ending, guys. My bad. Peace.
You can't break me, I got iron bones. My ground game will leave your mind blown. I'm ready to fight in any time zone. I'm the greatest, you can call me John Jones. Knocking clowns out like I'm Steve Pay. We can even fight on the freeway. I'ma leave him bloody right where he lay. This is the Fighters Replay.